Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Humanity? Yeah, I've come again today. Sometime back, I think it's about a month or two, we did open up a chapter about the environment and how you can look after the environment. You, the man or the boy in your 20s, 15 years, or 5 years old. Because if you're 5 years old, one of your foot is already in the future. If you're 5 years old and you're a toddler, what you call toddlers, this is when you if you want to fall in love with Mother Nature, just do plant trees. Because if you plant a tree and it grows and you're growing, it grows and you're growing too. When you are about 8, maybe the tree bear its first fruits. Or when you're about 10, the tree bear its first fruits. So that way, your love for Mother Nature, for things that you planted, have produced some fruits that you eat. That would be very nice, wouldn't it? So we looked at that and we said, as an advice to young men and women, in order to be able to help Mother Nature understand that these kids, I think, have recognized that when Mother Nature speaks, they don't understand the language. They don't understand the language. And they send me to say, human beings. Mother Nature said, oh, Dawood, can't tell, because I usually, I'm up there in the moon, near the moon. Sometimes I come and put my foot on the ground and say, hey, human beings, wake up from this cheese of foolishness. The reason why you see a moon kind of showing a letter D is when it says Dawood is up here. You men on planet Earth, if you say, oh, we ate you as Dawood, we killed you. No. Your men and women drunk and intoxicated in dirty theologies and dirty practices and fitna against a 5-year little boy you call your child. You cannot tell him plant a tree. You tell him, you be an engineer. An engineer of what? Of a nuclear warhead. Do they eat nuclear warheads in White House, or do they drink nuclear weapon tea in the White House? No. But if you had to plant trees, you could harvest every fruit that you take off the tree. It's for your own benefit. You can eat it, you can sell it, you can do anything with it. That is beautiful. Because when Allah created this planet, what men came across first when they walked on planet Earth were endless and countless different types of fruits, sweet and succulent, with the beauty of the most holy, beautiful religion of Islam. Because whichever beauty that you find in a fruit, if it tastes very sweet, that means that's the sweetness, a glimpse, a beauty, a single whatever of the beauty of the most holy, beautiful religion of Islam. If you are to taste the beauty of an apple, sweet and succulent and crunchy, that is also the beauty of Islam. But you couldn't taste the beauty and the crunch of a nuclear warhead, because it obliterate everything in its location where it is being thrown. Nothing remains standing, even if it's a 100-story building. With that, I just want to remind my people, my children, human beings, you are all Muslims, whereby we saw that a bee is a part of a community of Muslims who live on this planet. A bee produces honey. It pollinates every plant, wheat, maize, and also it collects and makes one of the sweetest product that a human tongue has ever tasted. Honey, which is also infused with greater medicinal applications. So, my people, I do ask you, which favors of Allah would you deny if you are to follow Islam? Have you ever harvested any bee honey? Or have you ever harvested a wheat or where you make bread from a warehouse where you manufacture weapons? Weapons which end up in the jungle, used against jungle women who never knew that assault rifles can be used in the jungle. My people, it's very amazing that man can wage war on what is so beautiful. Life is beautiful. Life is a religion. And that most holy, beautiful religion is Islam. If you are to enter the Amazon, rainforest, you'd count countless ashahadas, huge trees with their canopies covered in leaves, and each of those leaves, it says, is a living practical letter A, which says Allah Akbar, Allah Alpha and Omega, Allah Akbar, Ashhadu Allah ilaha illallah, and also with flowers, with fruits. The Amazon is with fruits. Of recent, there were some problems because some of those inhabitants, the so-called native people of the Amazon, their water was kind of contaminated with mercury from when we are digging for excavating the earth, seeking for gold. But as they forget that the more ripe you harvest fruits like oranges, like mango, that is edible gold, which you don't have to carry on the street when you cannot. I don't know if some of you've come across some boys in America putting on gold, bring. They call it bring. They cover themselves in gold and silver. They call them bring. Is it bring? I don't know. I don't know the language they use. This is when you are at your lowest of the law. I mean, mentally, the percentage of mental development which was given to you is not working. It was buried, I think, the day you entered the world of gangs, whereby they say you wear this kind of gang leaf and you put this leaf on your t-shirt in a bracelet of a gold chain, and you become worthless. Because if a man was to go walk around and say, why do you put this in your, you just pull out your gun and shoot him. Well, as you're making a mistake, the man is trying to remind you, these are things which are worthless, which has made Mother Planet as men and women. What kind of life would you like to live in on this planet? All of us wearing, putting on bring, excavating the Mother Planet Earth, opening up wounds, which are some of them are there's some wounds which are kind of human beings, and they say that wound is incurable. There's nothing you can do to cure that. So when the Mother Nature says, what kind of life do you want on this planet? Some men say, I like the mesmerizing explosion of a ballistic missile on a block of flats. Do you really? Do you? What if it was directed at your house? How would you like that? What if it was directed in your whatever? How would you like that? So with that, my people, you are all Muslims. You are all living Muslims on planet Earth. The more you understand that and then put in your mind that the life of a 5-year little girl in Palestine is as well as the life of a little girl in China, as well as the little girl in America, working with her mother on Wall Street, or New York, anywhere in New York, or in London, or in Paris. A 5-year little girl knows nothing but whatever her doll that she holds and walks up and down. They say, Mommy. So with that, my people, you are all Muslims. You are Muslims. Please remember that and wake up from the spilling of blood of little children like those in Kiev. And the Kiev boys are saying, we are throwing ballistic missiles to Russia. Russia is saying, we are throwing ballistic missiles to Ukraine. I think there might be some cousins of someone in Kiev and saying, yeah, we used to live here with, I have a direct cousin in Moscow. So why do you throw maybe ballistic missile or what you call, they call them drones? Is that dancing with the devil, or dancing with the wind, or dancing with the mesmerizing things that men have manufactured, thinking that they are at war with one another? My people, are you at war with yourselves, or are you at war with Mother Nature, or at war with your children? And what kind of future inheritance are you putting on the table for your children? The 5-year little girl who carries a doll in her hand wherever she goes. My people, you are all Muslims. If you are to examine what I call a leaf of a grass, which is infused with cheese, some of us love cheese. We love cheese. When you eat a piece of cheese and you chew it and you add somewhere, it tastes sweet, doesn't it? But its origin is from a very holy, beautiful, holy, practical living name, Allah, which Allah says to, and says, Allah is my name. And the leaf grows, infused with honey, milk, and you name it, endless products of beauty for life, because life is a religion. And that most holy, beautiful religion is Islam. Islam, because if you are to walk on your street and you are a responsible citizens in your area, you'd plant trees. And we demand that at least every 5-year-old little boy plants a tree. But the age is when he's 10, he is able to harvest. I will sign a check of 100 or let's say $1 billion, a check cash. Because if you plant tree every month, 10 trees in your village, you record it, and when I come and say, you come and take you where I did plant these trees in my village, in my area. When I come and see that you planted 10 trees every month, I'll sign a check. Do you know how I will get that leaves of $1 billion? Every single ashahada that a tree bears as a leaf, I may classify it as a complete $100 note of a US dollar. So I will not lie to you. I will sign a check and give you $1 billion if you had to plant trees. And if every child did that, the mother planet Earth will kind of be a jewel which you men cannot see when you are walking on planet Earth. But it's a jewel of life, a jewel of beauty. Because life is a religion. In the solar system of planet Earth, there are some barren deserts, like Mars. Mars is a planet similar to whatever, like Earth, but it's a barren. They don't grow trees or whatever there. And if you are to land on Mars, the signature of planet Mars is that as soon as the human beings, whatever body touches planet Mars, the reproductive or the brain of that human being will collapse, or the reproductive system of that human being will collapse, followed by the brain, the heart, and everything. So that person will die, because that is the signature that we put in Mars. Yeah? The same way, if you are to commit an act of sodomy, whereby a man puts a special semen, a creation of a semen, which we created that you as a little 5-year-old boy, or a 10-year, or whatever, a 20-year-old boy, man, you should never put a semen in another man's anus. Why? Because a sperm, a semen, has the same capability, ingenuity, to fly the same way you would say you're a pilot. You fly a Boeing 380 from London to Australia. The same ingenuity and intelligence and survival, whatever, is in the semen, because you are a product of a semen. So with that, do not ever place a semen, because it's a special creation, anywhere other than the vagina of a woman, because in the vagina of a woman there's a lounge, a very special lounge, where semen celebrate. One of those semen which is successful becomes what you are as living human beings. If you're wise enough, you put the same semen in the womb of what you call your most beautiful girl you came across on this planet. She will carry it for 9 months. And after that, she will give you a baby. Life goes on. Remove these diseases that you've kind of harbored. You're saying, this is our way of life for years, whereas there were diseases desecrating every genetic structure of health in human beings. Because once you say you've acquired a disease like AIDS, it's very, very difficult to cure AIDS. For how long AIDS has been in existence on planet Earth? Apart from taking at what you call artificial or whatever to kind of whatever. These diseases are there in the human body for life once you acquire them. So your life, your health, your brain is your responsibility, not a sleepless gamblers, men who say we are doctors. Because if you are to ask a doctor, oh, doctor, you say you are a doctor. How many units of blood is in the tip of your small finger? Can he give the exact measure of units of blood in his small finger, or oxygen, or whatever that it is? If he doesn't, then I would advise you that it's your responsibility to follow and adhere to the whole divine prescription directives and prescriptions, laws and commandments that guides men how to live in their societies without harming their bodies or harming others. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Look after your body, because it's your personal top responsibility as the executive director of your own body, not a sleepless gambler who says, yeah, your heart has complications, we have to split your chest and give you a temporary procedure, and that temporary procedure generates pain, and that pain will be felt by you, someone who is reckless, irresponsible, but who says, I'm a Christian, I can drink 50 bottles of cognac over the weekend, and when I do that, my brain will kind of go into what we call, the next day I get what we call hangover, headache, when every neuron in my brain was killed or destroyed or damaged. After 3 months, I may seek sleepless gamblers kind of advice, which says, I think you are acquiring early dementia. Is that a good thing? Or is that a new achievement in your accolade of degrees that you acquire when you become worthless. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Look after your body. Nobody else will. If you are sick, not your so-called boyfriend. If he finds out that you're always complaining you are sick, he will say, oh, this woman is always sick. I have to find someone who is healthy. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.